What's good, everyone? June 30th trade recap here. So I ended up taking this short position and I'm going to break down why I took this trade. So let's first off jump into the higher time frames here. I'm going to jump on the 4-hour time frame. And as we can see, the overall market is extremely bullish. We're pushing into all-time highs here. We took out all-time highs right here. So we are just pushing higher and higher. So going into the day here, I was expecting to get a long position just because when the market's this bullish, it's hard to take shorts because you're fighting against the trend. But there are certain situations like this one where it is acceptable, in my opinion, to go against the trend. But obviously, all of your confluences need to align. So going into the day here, this is New York Session Open. We make a move to the downside, and then I'll jump on the 1-hour time frame. We take out these 1-hour lows right here, which were also inside of a bullish 1-hour fair value gap. So we come down right here. We take out these lows. We're reacting out of a bullish fair value gap. Also, if we go on the 4-hour time frame, we see that this is also a bullish 4-hour gap. So price is reacting out of a bullish 4-hour gap after sweeping out these the 1-hour lows. So very good, confluence to take longs there if we get an inverse. So dropping back to the 1 minute, I was looking for some sort of inverse back to the upside. The only bearish gap we had was this one, which was right here, which obviously after prices chopping like this, it's not a good reaction. Terrible momentum, terrible speed. You're not going to take longs here. So I didn't obviously take longs. I waited for price to develop, and just seeing how slow price was moving, I was like, what? We might actually go lower and fill in some of these imbalances before we do continue pushing higher. So flipped my bias there. Also, we had this new week opening gap from obviously the new week. So this gap right here, this is a good area for price to move to. So not off of open. So after price retraced up, we take out this 5-minute high. So I'll go into the 5-minute time frame. So we have this 5-minute high, which is also inside of a bearish 5-minute fair value gap. We fail to close above the gap, so we sweep it out. Also 15-minute time frame, we have a 15-minute bearish gap that we are respecting. So now I'm looking for an inverse back to the downside to confirm my short position. Also, we had some trend line liquidity building here off of these lows, which is another confluence to take shorts. We have this 1-minute inverse fair value gap, but the momentum here was decent, nothing crazy. I would have if this was a little bit better, I would have liked to see this gap get inversed in maybe 1 or 2 candles instead of 4. But so 1, 2, 3, 4. If this was 1 candle straight through this, that would have been better. But still, good momentum back to the downside, and I did have tons of confluences to take shorts here. So entered off of that inverse. The close right here, stop was above the 1-minute gap, and I was targeting this new week opening gap here, and I moved my stop loss to break even after this first internal low. When I take shorts, I'll move my stop to break even after the first internal low. When I take longs, I move my stop loss to break even after price takes out the first internal high. So move my stop to break even here. Obviously, price ends up retracing up a little bit. So do get stopped out at break even there, and then after that, price literally just chops around from 10:15 to 11:30 here, and then we finally get a little movement to the upside, really not much. So still chopping around really until the afternoon, and then we get a little bit of movement back to the upside. So the price action today was not ideal at all, And after the setup aligned perfectly, we got a really good setup here to take shorts. Just after taking the shorts, the momentum was dead. There was no volume in the market. So I'm glad I got stopped out of break even, because I would have not wanted to sit through this. This is just not good price action whatsoever. You don't want to be trading when the market looks like this chop barcode action here. So that was my trade from today. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button. Gonna be on here every single day reviewing my trade. So peace.